Normally people go out.
Hello, can you hear my voice, guys?
Yeah, can you?
Okay. So usually you go outside in some festival or maybe eating food, driving.
Yes.
Okay. Decorate your house. I remember when we were kids, we used to decorate our houses with the flags, everything. And when we were college kids, we used to go on bikes with the flag, with the car, decorated cars.
Oh, we do the same.
You do the same here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, it is always good, and I would recommend that everybody should participate in this kind of activities. I mean, it gives you the sense of responsibility, and you can show the love for your country. So it's a blessing that you have a country like Saudi Arabia, the sovereign country, is the free country that you are living. You can do anything. And many of the nations in the world, they do not have such privilege. So that's why we should celebrate this day with full zeal and zest. Even if you're not doing anything, at least share one post on your social media. That would be enough. Right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Let's start our business today. So today we are going to start chapter number 4. Right? Which is the last chapter was what was the last chapter?
Hardware.
Hardware. Okay. So chapter number 1 was introduction of
Information system.
Chapter number 2,
Organization.
chapter number 3,
hardware,
and chapter number 4,
system and application support.
basically software. So hardware, software. So we are still going on, discussing the different concepts or different component of information system. So these are all component of information system. We discussed the hardware. Now we are discussing software. And by the way, we have a quiz, right? When?
Yeah, tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Tomorrow at 4 p.m. So take care of time and set your internet connection and everything ready before that. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Doctor,
Yes.
yes, regarding the quiz of tomorrow, how many chapters? 1 and 2 only, or 1 and 2 and 3?
1 and 2.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Software. I think all of you are familiar with this word. Software consists of computer programs that control the workings of computer hardware. Computer program is a sequence of instructions for computer. There are 2 types of system software and application software. So, you know what is hardware? Anybody tell me? Hardware?
Yes, it's physical components of the computer.
Okay. And to run the physical component, you need some instruction, set of instructions, right? And that is called software. It is a computer program. Computer program or program is an instruction. Like I'm saying you, okay, create one program in Java, create one program in C++. So what is inside in that program? You will write some coding. You will write some instructions. And that collection of instruction is called a program, computer program. Okay? And there is a combination of different programs all together, they can make a software. Okay. So computer program is a sequence of instruction. Yes. So there are two main types: system software and application software. So we discussed this already. What is system software? Anybody knows?
Like Microsoft and
No.
Mac.
Yes, the operating system, your drivers, the system softwares. And application software are those softwares that is used specifically designed to meet some requirements, that do some tasks, that do complete some tasks. For example, Excel, we have Microsoft Word and other. So system software controls the operation of the computer hardware. For example, you have a RAM, you have the other hardware stuff on motherboard. So you need softwares to run that, the sound card, the VGA card. Supports the application programs, problem solving capabilities. Yes, for application program, they need support from some hardware, and system software will provide the support. There are some types of system softwares like operating system. You know the operating system. Utility programs, like you have a different utility program like disk fragmentation, disk cleaning. In computer, you have many small programs. If you open the task manager, you can see in processes there are many things are running. So these are all utility programs that serves some purpose for the system. And the middleware, as its name shows, it is in the middle. It is in the middle between operating system and the application. Okay, providing some help in assist in communication between, sometimes even with the external devices, with application, or with the operating system as well. Like in a website, you want to pay money on website, so there is a PayPal, another system that you will invoke in the website. So that is working as a middleman. Did you get this idea, guys? Middleware.
Yeah, doctor.
Okay. So here you can see the first one is operating system is a set of programs that controls the computer hardware and act as an interface with application. So you told me some names like Mac OS, we have Windows, and we have many other operating system. So what is the purpose of operating system? Is a set of programs that controls computer hardware and act as an interface with application. Working with hardware as well as application, as you can see in the figure right in the middle, working with hardware as well as in application software. So there are some functions of operating system. Get input from keyboard or another input device. You can give the input. Retrieve data from disk, from the memories. You know, hard disk, cache, RAM, all memories. Operating system will assist in that. Store data on the disk. Yes. Display information on monitor or printer. Provide a user interface. So these are the generic functions of operating system. Other than this, there are hundreds of functions that operating system perform, the scheduling, the memory management, and all that stuff. So these are the general steps. Is that clear, guys?
Yes, clear.
Okay. Next is user interface and input-output management. So these are all functions normally available by operating system. So what is user interface, guys? Anybody knows?
What you see.
It's like the desktop.
Yes. What you see is what you get. This is called. What you see is what you get. You just click on that, you can use, and
Yeah,
you
like
can
the icons and
yes, you can interact. User interface is for interaction, where user can interact with the system and can select some commands. Command-based user interface requires that text commands to be given to the computer to perform basic activities. Can you give me an example for this?
CMD, doctor.
CMD, yes, command-based user interface. Before it was DOS, disk operating system. So if you give a command like directory in CMD, so it will show you all the folders there, right? So you can control your system through command-based. All you need to write the commands. Graphical user interface, what you see is what you get. Uses icons and menus displayed on screen to send commands to computer system, and you are familiar with this. In your computer you have this graphical user interface, right? You know this GUI.
Yes, doctor.
Natural user interface, allow people to use touch screens. Now this is another interface and very common nowadays. Okay, moving on. Memory management. So this is also a major task of operating system. Allows computer to execute program instructions effectively and to speed processing. Why we need, question arises, why we need memory management? And we discuss in detail in the start, the memory hierarchy, how the data moves from here and there. And if you get a good architecture, your data is stored in registers or cache or RAM. So CPU process the thing very fast, right? Do I need to explain this memory management?
No, I don't think so, doctor.
Okay, so we discussed this a lot. The hierarchy of the memory, data goes from register to cache, RAM, and hard disk. So operating system is usually managing this or coordinating with these memories. Then we have some processing task. Multitasking, more than one program can run at the same time. Yes, we discussed many concepts like parallel computing, grid computing, multi-core, and all that stuff. So it's the same kind of processing task that more than one program can run at the same time. So if you have a good memory, if you have a dual core processor, you have multiple processor, so this can be achieved very easily. So processor can run two tasks at the same time. You can analyze in task manager as well. Time sharing, yes, every program, every job needs time and some kind of a schedule there. So allows more than one person to use a computer system at the same time. So you can divide, CPU can divide, operating system actually responsible for this, can allocate the time slots to the users. If you have a multiple users accessing the same data, so how they will achieve. For example, there are 10 users are using the website. One is updating the website, the other one is just reading, and the third one is doing something else with that. But in the end, everybody should get the updated view. Okay, so how this will achieve? Because there are many users. So operating system will run some algorithms, scheduling algorithms, and will manage these. Okay, guys, did you get the idea about time sharing?
Yes, Doctor.
Doctor,
Yes.
I don't get it.
You know, on network, there are many users are you accessing the same data, right?
Okay.
So who will come first? Who will use first? Who will use second? Some are updating the values, some are deleting something, but everybody should in the end get the updated data, right? This should be the goal. Did you get this point? What is the goal here? You can say
Team viewer, not time viewer. It's a program for sharing.
Yeah, I get it now.
Yeah.
So we have many programs like that. So you can access, computer at the same time, more than one person. Yes. So this view must be available, must be managed by operating system. Scalability, ability of computer to handle an increasing number of concurrent user smoothly. As I discussed, sometimes you have on network there are thousands of users are there. So computer must handle these users smoothly. So this is called scalability, that the number can increase. The number of users can increase. So operating system must have ability to manage this increasing number of users. So these are the few tasks that operating system do here, and some more tasks like networking capabilities allow computers in a network to send and receive data and share computing resources. Yes, as we can see, if you don't have network adapter and its software and operating system is not managing that one, so you cannot connect with the network. And once you are on the network, so there is some sharing concepts of data and resources and memory. So operating system will manage this. Sometimes there is no space in hard disk. Operating system will create some space as a virtual memory. Okay, and then parallel computing, grid computing, that you have space on network available. Operating system will manage that thing, the connectivity and everything. Another task of operating system is access to system resources and security. Protection against unauthorized access. Yes, the firewalls, the login system. OS establish a login procedure. Username, password, what kind of password, what are the requirements there, and I think you're all familiar with this. So internally it is managed by operating system. And the file management is the most important stuff, I guess. You should be able to create files, delete files, store files, ensure that files in secondary storage are available when needed, and they are protected from access of unauthorized users. So this is called file management. And in management, everything is there: creation, deletion, protection of files, directories. Is that clear, guys?
Yes, clear, Doctor.
Okay, next we have a video. This let's see, you can. Okay, anyhow, guys, you can see this video. So it's mainly about the operating system and its task. Okay, it's a nice short video. This will give you the idea of major task. Okay.
Okay, Doctor.
Okay, moving on. some common operating system. And you are familiar with this Microsoft Windows. Around 90% of all PCs run Microsoft operating software, the various version and editions of Windows. So you are familiar with Windows, and we know that this is the most famous, especially for the office or for the organization. Microsoft Windows, its stake is more as compared to other operating system. What is the reason? Do you agree with this?
Yeah.
So what is the reason? Why Microsoft Windows is more famous in our organization?
I think, Doctor, because it's more organized and easy to handle.
Yes, it's easy to use.
Yeah.
User friendly, and you can incorporate many softwares with that. You have a variety of softwares available. This is one of the reasons. Apple Computer Operating System, especially popular in the fields of publishing, education, graphic arts, music, movies, and media. Yes, it is. Its popularity is growing. Now many organizations are trying to adopt this, but still they need them. I mean, they are good quality-wise, security-wise, but maybe they're expensive, or maybe it's not. People are not familiar with this, not comfortable with the user interface. Or these are the reasons. That's why the people still are reluctant in an organization, but its popularity is growing. Now we can see every college they have at least one lab, but you can see the difference. The cost of one lab for the Apple is 2 times bigger than the other, right?
Yeah.
Linux, it's also very famous. Linux, Unix. Many organizations are working on this, especially from the programming point of view. Many people are using this. So Linux is open software, which means it is free and anyone can see program code, although most users would not want to. Yes, it's a kind of a technical stuff. So the programmers usually use these kind of things. The programming organizations usually use this, and you can customize this thing with according to your requirements, what is required. So you can change this. The beauty of this, it is open source, and many servers usually they are on Linux. They develop their program on Linux, like domain. You want to purchase some domain for your websites. So on the back end, many softwares are running on Linux server. So for a security point of view, it is also good. So we have many operating systems available in the market. So these were the famous one. So work group operating systems, these supports high-end network uses, data storage requirements, and data processing speeds, like Windows Server. For the network, for the network you need, for the server you need a specialized window operating systems. So we have Windows Server, Unix, NetWare, Red Hat, Linux, Mac OS X Server. So these, operating systems can be used for network point of view. As its name shows, group work. So they provide help in networking. Okay, for enterprise operating system, new mainframe. What are the mainframe computers, guys? Anybody knows? No. We discussed this in hardware. Mainframe. It's a type of computer. It is a little bit powerful computer. Processing power is more than the normal computer, and it is used in in specialized area. It's very fast, where you need fast processing and where you have complex data to manage. So mainframe computers provide the computing and storage capacity to meet massive data processing requirements. and offer high performance and excellent system availability, storing strong security and scalability. So these are the strong and powerful computers. So they have a specialized operating system, like we have ZOS, an OS from IBM, which makes it easier and less expensive for user to run large mainframe computers, and some other operating systems, as you can see here, HP UX, Linux, MPEIX. So these are available for the mainframe computers. Okay, guys. Mobile operating system, you're familiar for some of them. Those operating systems are also called embedded operating systems because they are typically embedded with a device. As you know, you have smartphone, digital camera, TV, etc. What is embedded? Have you heard this name? Embedded software.
Like something separate and put it together.
Yes, it's all available all together with the hardware when it is created.
Yes.
Okay, like you have washing machine nowadays. They have small embedded operating system, software system. You have a microwave oven. Even they have a small, operating system, and this is embedded inside them when they were created. Smartphone like Apple and the other smartphones, they have the embedded operating systems. So one is Palm operating system, Windows embedded, Windows mobile, Android, iOS, and many more. Is that clear, guys?
Yes, doctor.
Then we have so far we discussed about the operating system in this chapter. So what are their tasks? There are different types of operating systems, how they manage the responsibilities of operating system. Can you tell me few responsibilities of operating system? Operating system, you know the operating system?
Yes, doctor. I think, yeah.
What are the tasks of operating system?
It's like the made in between the hardware and the programs. What the program requires.
Yes. The other responsibilities?
Managing between, I think, hardware resources and
managing of what?
Like the processor, memory.
Very good.
Data,
speed,
storage.
memory. Memory management is very important.
Yeah.
Task allocation, the scheduling, the time sharing, multitasking. Okay, so we discussed all these things. Managing the input data, storing data, deleting data, security. So there are many responsibilities. Okay, now next we are moving towards the utility programs. Help perform maintenance or correct problems with a computer system. If you face any problem, sometimes your computer is become very slow, and maybe you need to clean something. So sometimes you have to clean the memory, to free the memory. So utility programs will play a role. Like hardware utilities, we have virus detection and recovery, fire compression, spam, pop-up blocker utilities. So small programs you can find in numbers in operating system, which is already installed, and they are helping the system to improve, to work fast, or maybe from security point of view as well. So network and internet utilities monitor hardware and network performance and trigger an alert when a web server is crashing or network problem occurs. For example, the battery of your laptop is not working and you can see the messages there. Your Wi-Fi is, your network link is down, so you suddenly can get the message. So there are 100 of utilities programs are working for disk management, disk fragmentation, spam, pop-up, so memory management. A lot of utility programs are going on. Okay. So next we have middleware, as we discussed earlier. Middleware is a software that allows different systems to communicate and exchange. It is a middleman, working like a middleman. It can also be used as an interface between internet and older system. Legacy systems is a previous major version that continues to be used. Okay, middleware could be used to transfer a request. What is legacy? Legacy system, legacy software. The old system. And we are continuously using them with a new version. Every year we have some new version.
Like the history.
Like a history. So middleware is playing a role to, if you, for example, if there is data comes and the format of data is not, it is written in a new version. So the old system will allow this or not. So this will be managed by this middleware. That data must be acceptable by the older system as well as by the new system as well. Middleware could be used to transfer a request for information from corporate customer or corporate website to traditional database on mainframe and return the result. As I gave you the example of PayPal. You know the PayPal? Guys, you know the PayPal?
The what?
PayPal. P-A-Y.
PayPal, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a kind of a middleman, right?
Yeah.
You are doing a shopping on a website. So it is between you and that website. But when it comes to payment, so your data will be directed towards third party, like PayPal. Right?
Right.
So this is the role of the middleware. That middleware could be used to transfer a request for information from a corporate customer on the corporate website to traditional database on mainframe computer and return the results to the customer on the internet. When you need something, you need data, and the website that you are using is not responsible for that. So that website will direct you to go to connect with third party. And that is done because of middleware. Okay. Another type of software we have application, and we are familiar with this because we are using many applications on mobile phone or on our laptops. Application give people, work groups, and entire enterprise the ability to solve problem and perform specific tasks. When you need the computer to do something, you use one or more application program. Users are more concerned about application software than the system software. So you know what is application software. For example, give me any examples.
Zoom, Photoshop.
Yes, these are all. And this says users are more concerned about application software than system software. What do you think?
I don't get it, doctor.
I mean, user will worry about application, not the system software. Is that true?
I don't know.
You take care about the system software in your laptop, in your computer?
Yeah, there's regular updates.
I mean, it's running, it's not running. I don't think so. You will care a lot about that. Other than that, if you are a technical person, that is a different thing. But normally, user they care about application. They have Zoom or not. Zoom is working or not.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a general phenomena because a user usually is not a technical person. We don't know about anything, what's going on behind the scene. Okay, but when some problem arises, then you care. Your sound is not working, right? You will take care. You will find the reason. Your video is not running. Your graphics are not good. So then you will take care. Okay, this is the overview of the application software. Company can develop one-of-kind of program for a specific application. The proprietary software is not in the public domain. You can't walk into shop and buy it. Some proprietary software, it's not freely available. You have to check with the who created that, the organization created that software. You have to take permission from that. It's not available publicly. You cannot buy that simply. You need some permission to use that one. Alternatively, a company can purchase an existing software program called off-the-shelf software because it can literally be purchased off the shelf in the shop. The other type is off-the-shelf. What is off-the-shelf? That you can buy from the market. Go and buy it and use it. Okay, but there are some software that you cannot buy it unless you should seek a permission from the company. For example, ERP type of thing. The specialized, for example, any transaction system of Amazon, you cannot purchase that one. If you want to use it, some functionality, if they allow you, then you can use it. You know the patent, what is patent? Have you heard the name patent? Patent?
No.
That you create, for example, you have created a software and after that you will apply for the patent. Okay, now that patent is published, so nobody can use your logic. If somebody will use, you can sue him.
You mean like license? Okay.
Like a license, Now this license belongs to you. Nobody can make that product without your permission.
Copyright.
Yes, copyright issues.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of things. Okay. The Apple and Samsung, they had a fight in the start. And Apple filed a case against Samsung, and Samsung had to pay a lot of money, and they paid money in coins. Have you heard this? In the start, they were fighting with each other, and Apple won the case. Right? So the case was about this licensing thing, the copyright thing, that they have the Samsung has stolen the idea about the touch screen or something related to that. So they filed a case and they won the case, and Samsung had to pay a lot of money, and they paid money in coins, only in coins. So this was the famous incident before.
Never heard of it.
Doctor,
Yes.
Apple, they know about Samsung.
Sorry?
Apple, how they know about Samsung? They take.
Yes, because everything, everything is documented. It's not just like you go and create a software. You know, there is a in these big companies, they planned everything from the beginning, from scratch till end, and they apply for the patent. You know, for applying for the patent internationally, there is a step. There is some time and money required to that, and there is a specialized team who always keep an eye on these kind of things. Who is doing what? Otherwise, I can create, you and me together can create the copy of Apple. But once you will apply this, I remember 4 or 5 years ago, I created one website. The website was about I was publishing some articles, journal articles related with the sports and the politics and other stuff. So one day I uploaded one link about live cricket match. So people can go to my website and they can see the live cricket match. And I copied the link from a very famous website, and they gave me the code. The code is available on that website. I copied that code and I placed in my website. So, after one day, I received an email from a lawyer that this is illegal and you cannot use this because we have a copyright to show this. I thought maybe this email is a fake email or junk email. So I ignored that thing. And after 2 days, they downed my website. The Google downed my website.
Oh.
And after, it takes me around 20 days. Daily, I was keep sending them email and explaining my situation, this and that. After 20 days, they agree on that and they open my website on a condition that I should delete that piece of code. They are very strict in these kind of things. And Apple, Samsung, they are big companies, so they have a complete infrastructure to find out, to probe these kind of things. They have a complete lawyer team as well. Okay?
Okay.
So you should take care about this. These things are, very strict nowadays, and every country is making a strict policy on these ethics, work ethics, security, and the proprietorship, the ownership. You must take care about these things, and you need to learn these things as quickly, because sometimes situation become tricky. You ignore the thing, and situation become very critical for you. Okay, common applications. You're familiar with this: word processing, Microsoft Word, a collection of other application, spreadsheet analysis, the Excel sheet, database applications. Well, many databases applications are available: MySQL, SQL, NoSQL. Graphic programs, we have Illustrator, Photoshop, Paint. Software suites. Suites mean they comes in combination, like in a hotel suite. You have hotel suite when you go for the room. So software suites and integrated software packages. For example, Sun Microsoft System, Star Office, Microsoft Office. So these are the suites that are available, and there are multiple sub-programs inside these suites. Okay, guys? I think it's enough for today. So we have 8 to 9 slides left, so we can finish in next class.